Okay. Here from PySpark module, I have imported two objects, Spark context and Spark configuration. On the configuration, we are just setting up the app name, which is first step. Here you can put whatever you want, and then we are creating a object of a Spark context class with configuration just we have created above. We are just calling it as SC. SC is the object of Spark context. Later we will use this SC to manipulate the data. Okay, in this first problem, we have given some city names like Chicago, Houston, Denver, and we want to just convert this data into an RDD. Create an RDD. We have to convert this data into RDD. So to convert this data into RDD, we have just defined the SC object of Spark context class. We are just using its method parallelize. Parallelize is basically converting this list into uh, RDD, which is basically resilient distributed data set. So this is similar to list in the Python. Then we are just fetching up the first data, which is Chicago, or from the city which we have defined over here. So it's directly the city dot first. It's very simple, and yeah, just printing it. The next we have to count the number of elements in the RDD. So it's directly the method is there is inbuilt method called count in the RDD, which we have called city dot count. It will count the number of objects in the city object. Yes. Then we have to print all the city names in the RDD. So to we are printing all the data in the city. So what you can use, there is a method called collect, which is similar to print in Python or printf in C or C++ if you have used. So it will basically print all the data which is there in the city. So in the city we have Chicago, Houston, and this whole list. So it will print just that list. Then over here, we have to filter the names of the cities which have letter U in their RDT. So what we have used is we have just applied the filter function on the city object, and in that we are just passing a function. Here you can pass function or you can pass the lambda function as well. In this lambda function, in each particular x, we are just checking if this U, we have to check whether this U is in the RDT or not. So we have to check whether this U is in X or not. If this U is in X, it will return true and it will print the uh, data. So as we have discussed, collect is the method to print all the data in the CTU. So we have just printed all the data which contains U. Okay, you can see over here U, over here U, and the last one over here. Yeah. Now we have to convert this data into key value pair and print it. For the printing, we have to use collect as we have discussed, and to map it to key value pair, we have to use the map function of the city object. So map will basically convert every data into corresponding frequency. So basically, I have taken here the lambda of x is to x comma 1. So if there is an input x, so it will make its tuple of x comma 1. So as we have Chicago is the first data, so it will make Chicago comma 1. Houston is the second data, so Houston comma 1. So this 1 would be constant, and in this x, every city name would be replaced. Chicago, Houston, Denver, likewise this. Okay. Now, if you can notice over here that the Denver is coming one time over here, and Denver is also coming one time over here. So we have to merge this. For that, we have given task of reducing. Reduce all the words based on the key and print. So we have to reduce all the words which are coming two times or more times. So we are just using ct pairs reduce by key function, which will take a lambda function of a comma b, which will just add this to both the numbers, like we are adding this Denver, so one, this one, plus we are adding this one. So in this way we are just adding two values. So we are getting Chicago as 2, Houston as 2. So Chicago 1 comes over here and Chicago last comes over here. So as you can see, Chicago comes two times. So we have just added its frequency. So Chicago comma 2, like this. Chicago comes two times, Houston comes two times. Likewise, Denver comes three times. Yeah, that's it. And we have to, at the last, we have to just sort the reduced RDD. So as we have reduced it, first we have mapped it to every frequency to 1, then we have just reduced it by frequency countation, and then we are just sorting it by the key means the value Chicago, Houston, as we can see. So it would be in alphabetical or increasing order. So it would be Austin A, B, C, D. Likewise, it has orange arranged, and you can see the frequency of Austin comes one time, Chicago comes two times. Likewise, that every city's name, and it's reducing. Reducing means its value has been counted. Thank you.